How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Everything Air Guns with myself, Tom, from Wisconsin. So in the past, I think we shot pellets into paper plates. But when we did that test, we were mainly testing to see which pellet passed through the furthest. So today I shot into some more paper. It was actually a magazine backed up by some paper plates again. And then I just retrieved the pellets and show you the damage that not happened to the plates, but that what the pellets look like after they made impact against paper. So just want to start off here. The one to the left there is a crosman pointed, and the one to the right here is a daisy pointed. These are both kind of like hollow points, but also kind of like pointed. So we'll see the results of those. Then I got just a regular hollow point. That's my most well, the pellet that I'm stocked up on the most anyway. And then I got down here on this end what I'd call the heavier pellets. These are both 10.5 grains. One's kind of a toothed hollow point, and the other one's closer to a pointed or a domed, I guess. So that's the piranha to the left and the silent cat to the right. Again, if I didn't name them all, that's a crosman hollow point. And over here we got a Gammo red fire. And to the right is a crosman destroyer. And I believe I named these two, but just for good measure, the one to the left is crosman pointed. One to the right is the daisy pointed. So again, today I was mostly looking at the pellets deformations, but just because I remember, let's see, I had a couple pellets pass through and I had to refire them to catch them. The ones that passed through were a silent cat. I believe that one actually passed through and I shot the Pumpmaster. So I shot the Pumpmaster and I shot the Vigilante today in this test. Also a pellet that passed through was one of these, the Red Fire by Gammo. And also what passed through twice was the crosman pointed. If we were measuring by which pellet penetrated the furthest, those three would need further testing. I'm not sure which one would win out of those three. So the pellets I shot out of the Vigilante will all be in the top row. And the ones I shot out of the Pumpmaster there actually the Vigilante is the top two rows. I'll explain why in a second. So actually the Crosman Pumpmaster was that third row down. So the very bottom row are the fresh pellets, just for comparison. So the reason I shot twice out of the Vigilante is because I started the test and then all of a sudden my CO2 was running short. So I just reran the whole test with a fresh CO2. And that would be the second row. Alright, so let's start looking at some of the damage here. So we'll start off with crosman pointed. Here's a fresh pellet. We'll move straight to the top here and work our way back down. So as you're looking at that pellet, I noticed a lot of my skirts smashed in both guns. So anyway, I didn't get a ton of deformation on the shooting out of the Vigilante, the pointed, crosman pointed, but it did flatten the nose a little. I don't know if you could tell. Look at this one. We'll go back and look at this one. So that nose got smashed a little bit. That's a pretty solid pellet. I just want to quickly, well, let's see. Compare it to the daisy pointed, which smashed a lot more. And then my second round out of the Vigilante still. I actually shot 3 pellets that time. Of the crosman pointed anyway. You can see all the noses are a little smashed. And the skirts are pretty squished. But otherwise no real deformation of the head of the pellet. Moving on over to the daisies, the second round with the fresh CO2. Looks like they might have smashed a little more. First round. Let's see if they can get in there. And the second round. I think the second round did smash more with the fresh CO2. You know what? I don't know if I ever gave you a nice look at a brand new daisy here. Wow. To compare to the smashed ones. Try it one more time. We'll go to the top row this time. Alright, so head on over to the Red Fires, Gamma Red Fire. It's a fresh one. We're going to go to the top here. So this will be the first time out of the Vigilante. Lost its tip. It started expanding a little bit maybe. I don't know, a little bit. So with the fresh CO2, I had pause there. I just wanted to spin that pellet a little bit, give you a little better angle on it. So this will be the second round with the fresh CO2 out of the Vigilante. Didn't lose this tip that time. Looks like a little more deformation though up on the, I don't know what you want to call it, the rim, the top rim there, and of course skirt got smashed or squished in. Alright, move to Destroyer pellet, Crosman Destroyer. Head to the top here. I shot 2 that time. Got some pretty good deformation out of it actually. Second round here. So the first CO2, got, yeah, even more deformation. Alright. Let's head on over to a hollow point. Crosman hollow point. There's the damage. You can decide for yourself how much they deformed. Obviously the skirts got squished. Second round of the Vigilante. Alright. Fresh Piranha Pellet. And Brian didn't deform a whole lot. Tears a pretty big hole though in the paper. Second round there. So with the fresh CO2, deformed a little more. I don't know if I can get in there. And last, that's Silent Cat. We'll start with a fresh one here. Go to the top. These don't deform a whole lot, although I thought one did. Let's see. Maybe it was the one out of the... Yeah, that one. So that one's actually out of the Pumpmaster. Two out of the Vigilante didn't do a whole lot of deforming, but this one did flatten the nose pretty good actually. Compared to a brand new one there. Alright, quickly let's go over the results of the Crosman Pumpmaster. See here so we can find where we are. Alright, so once again we got a fresh Crosman pointed, and the one above it there is the one shot of the Pumpmaster. So the Pumpmaster shoots I don't know, roughly 600 feet per second, whereas the Vigilante shoots 430, I believe, 435, something like that. Alright, Crosman pointed, bottom is a fresh one, the one right above it was shot out of the Pumpmaster. Pumpmaster compared to Vigilante. Moving on over. Ammo Red Fire. It's a fresh one. Focus. Right above it was shot out of the Pumpmaster. Pretty good deformation. And out of the Vigilantes. Alright, next one. Crosman Destroyer Fresh. Right above it, Crosman Destroyer shot out of the Pumpmaster. Still got a little piece of paper in there. See if I can zoom in anymore. No, that's it. Alright. Shot of the Vigilante again. Alright, moving on over. Crosman Hollow Point. Two above it this time. Shot out of the Pumpmaster. Alright, moving along. Crosman Piranha. Right above it. Shot out of the Pumpmaster. And last, Gamma Silent Cat, and right above it, shot out of the Pumpmaster. And a little comparison to the Vigilante ones. Alright guys, hope you all learned something and enjoyed. Please do like, subscribe. Take care guys.